What's up, guys? This is Brad, one of your head judges for the Never Forgotten Games, just coming to you to brief you on workout number 3. This is in honor of California Highway Patrol Officer Andrew Camilleri. This workout is going to be one with a lot of different numbers. So we have 2 rep schemes involved in here. We have 27, 21, 15, 9, 3, and then we also have 15, 12, 9, 6. So kind of stay with me here. I color-coded them so you can maybe keep track a little bit better. The blue is for the worm, and then the red is for the burpees. So you're going to start with 27 worm deadlifts, followed by 15 synchronized burpees, 21 worm squats, 12 synchro burpees, 15 worm shoulder overhead, 9 synchro burpees, 9 worm cleans, 6 synchro burpees, and then finally 3 worm clean and jerks. Couple things. So for the synchronized burpee, the synchronized portion is at the bottom, so all of your chests have to be on the ground before you get up and you get over your worm. That will be the synchronized portion. You can jump or you can step over the worm to move to the other side. And then you are welcome to do these lateral or facing, meaning that you can go parallel with the worm or you can go perpendicular with the worm. It's your choice. 2 partners are going to be on one side and 2 partners are going to be on the other side. So you guys are going to alternate back and forth each time. You can't all do it on the same side. For your worm deadlifts, you must touch the ground each rep, every single person. Your portion of the worm needs to touch the ground. And then all of your knees and hips need to be fully extended. I understand there are height differences, but the one thing you can do is make sure that your knees and your hips are fully extended. If you're a little hunched over because you got shorter teammates and you're a taller person, that's fine. Just pull that worm up a little bit more. Worm squats, everyone needs to make sure they squat below parallel. So every single time your judge is going to be watching down the line, making sure that everyone's hips do pass below parallel. As well as worm must be on one shoulder only. So there is no back racking the worm, there is no front racking the worm. It can only be on one shoulder as you do these squats. Your worm shoulder overhead, you do not need to reach full extension of your elbows when you go overhead. It's just switching from one shoulder to the other one. You can push press, you can strict press, whatever it is that you would like to do for your shoulder overhead. And you cannot squat under the worm. So one of the big things that we have found is that the shorter people tend to take the worm, let their partners push it up, and they squat under the worm to move to the other side, but you need to actively press it over your head. You cannot squat under the worm. So there won't really be any push jerks allowed because that is more of just a squat under the worm. A little asterisk here is you're going from one shoulder to the other, so it's not just from one shoulder, it is over and over and over. Worm cleans, you must touch the ground each rep, so whether you drop it or you're choosing to touch and go, you're going to the shoulder and then you go back down. You don't have to switch shoulders because there's not really an efficient way to do that. You go from one shoulder to the other. You do not have to alternate shoulders either, but you must show control on your shoulder at the top for all 4 people. So all 4 people have to be here with the worm before you can go back down. I did not touch on the worm clean and jerks because it is kind of both of these put together. So you're going to take this from the ground, you're going to show control at the shoulder, and then you're going to put that over your head. And again, you do not have to reach full extension. It just has to go over your head without dipping under it. And then once you show control on the other side of the shoulder, you're welcome to drop it, or you can continue and kind of cycle and touch and go your clean and jerks if you'd like. So a couple things on the deadlift. Actually, we'll start with the burpee. So like I said, if this is my worm, this is one portion of the worm. If this is my worm, I can either do my burpee here, or I can do my burpee here. Your choice. And then from there, you can step over or you can jump over. Your chest, again, is that point where everyone has to be on the ground with their chest on the ground at the same time. For your worm deadlifts, when you pick your worm up, you're going to have one hand under and one hand over. Like I said, just make sure that your knees and your hips are fully extended. Your shoulders will be behind the worm as you continue. For your worm squats, the worm is going to be long ways on your shoulder like so, and you're going to make sure that you squat and your hips are below parallel before you come up. There is none of this sideways back squat stuff. It has to be on one shoulder. For your worm cleans, for your worm shoulder overhead, you're going to get that worm up to your shoulder, and then you're just going to transfer it from one to the other. And again, there is none of this, you have to go over the top. Finally, for your worm cleans, same thing as your deadlift, but now you're probably gonna get it in some motion like this. Bring it to your shoulder, show full control before you drop it down. Clean and jerks to the shoulder, overhead, show control, and drop it. If you got any questions, please reach out to the page. Have fun.